up and underway. Florida in February continues. They go to Volusia February 10th and 11th. You can see that all right here on FloRacing. Track prep commences. We are working on lineups. We'll have them for you in a bit when we come back. Race of Champions due up next here in the arena as you watch our live coverage of the 39th annual Chili Bowl Nationals, powered by NOS Energy Drink, live on FloRacing.
And welcome back, everyone, to live coverage of night number 1 of the Chili Bowl, brought to you by NOS Energy Drink here on FloRacing. Something great that we love about our job, but yes, it's going to the races. But the other thing is bringing these great stories and bringing them to you that are tuning in at home. And right now, this is a great story as I'm standing here with the Warner High School racing team, Superintendent David Vincent here with me. And first of all, when I heard about this, Brian Ward tipped us off on this, right? And he told you about you guys. And I said, I was racing micro sprints when I was in high school, right? And my parents begged my high school for me to get a leather jacket because racing is a sport. But unfortunately, my school district never honored and thought racing is not a real sport if you don't play baseball, football, wrestling, the whole 9 yards, right? But you actually were able to create a full racing team at this high school. Walk me through this process.
Okay, well, originally had the idea just to reach kids that weren't involved in other activities and other things, as well as go into the career aspects of racing and running an entire motorsports team. Of course, when you're working in a public school, the first thing you have to have is the school board's approval. Obviously, I was the right person to bridge that gap because I had a background in racing. I grew up racing and around racing. I've also been the superintendent at Warner Public Schools for 13 years, and it's an idea that I toyed with for several years. And once I felt like I had the backing and the comfort zone to go to the board and pitch the idea, I did, and they were 100% behind it. I should have done it 10 years ago. As a matter of fact, I believe we're one of the only high school racing teams in the nation. I know that we were originally the first one in Oklahoma, and so far it's been great. We're in our 3rd year.
Now, what's the end goal for this program and for these kids? We all know about the University of Northwestern Ohio, great friends of racing, put a lot of kids through college to get to their next goal in motorsports. So what's your ultimate goal for these kids?
Well, it's multifaceted. There's so many skills that you can learn in the racing industry that are transferable to all sorts of places, business and industry. You learn mechanics, you learn to work with your hands, tools, you learn team building. Our kids fabricate the cars, they build the cars, they maintain the cars. We have a PR portion of the class where they learn the marketing aspects, and we also have the business aspects of the class where we do the revenue and the expenses, and they have to track sponsors and what we have going on in there. And so it's really full-fledged. You can take it in so many different directions as a young adult. We also would hope to be a pipeline eventually to the UNOH racing program. In fact, we have a senior this year that we're going to take to their campus this summer to hopefully get him engaged and get started in their program.
Now, the racing community is one big family, as you know that, right? So we're going to have some people probably reach out to us on social media and ask, can we donate? So if people want to donate, are they able to donate to the Warner High School racing team?
Absolutely. You've never met a racer that turned down any donations, right? So we're just like the rest of you guys. And so we're here having fun, but it does take a lot of money to run the program. Typically, we're taking 10, 11, 12 kids to the races when we go each night. The racetracks have been very helpful for letting us in on that aspect of it, but we have to feed them, drive them around, take them everywhere, as well as keep 2 race cars fully functioning and operating. So any little bit of help helps. And we greatly appreciate everyone's assistance. You can reach out to us at Warner High School Racing Team Facebook page. Usually just the messaging on that is the way to go. And you can also look us up at Warner Public Schools, David Vincent, Superintendent.
Now that's a pretty great story, so race fans at home, make sure you follow those directions. Get on social media, give them a like, go ahead, follow it. I'm going to talk to this young man right here. I'm keeping the microphone this time, Mr. Landon Adams. You were able to compete here last weekend for the Tulsa Shootout, and I had no idea that you're part of this Warner High School racing team, man. So how much knowledge do you take from this program and actually apply it to your race car?
So we run factory stocks, obviously, like Mr. Vincent said, but I mean, there's not much like in common between a factory stock and a micro. For instance, like we got wings, you know, run a non-wing, different kinds of shocks, adjustable shocks, non-adjustable shocks. You know, you got leaf spring cars, metric cars. I mean, I've learned a lot about factory stocks and about the micro side of stuff. So many different things like you would never think of.
Guys, what a great story this is. The Warner High School racing team. I wish I had that back when I was in high school, guys. So, Chris Moore, let's fire up your microphone and let's take a little trip down pit lane here.
All right. Well, while you were doing that, I was I have my new friend Remy over there.
Oh,
Beautiful German
right there.
Shepherd.
Let's get a little shot of the dog.
Show Remy. Show my new friend Remy.
Remy, who's a good boy? Yeah, yeah, who's a good boy?
Remy, do you like chili bowl?
Remy, do you like pizza? Don't
No?
like pizza. Okay,
Doesn't like
so you don't
pizza?
like Hawaiian
He's
pizza.
never had people food in his entire life. So you can sit and he will not bother you, but if you're got peanut butter or cheese whiz, you're done.
He's
If you could do me a favor and train him, sometime that'd be great to sit and learn manners. I'm just saying. That's Chris Moore. Got to teach him some things. All right, Chris, here we go. We're walking down.
Yeah.
There's Carlin Kerr, one of the tire specialists. Sir, how's it going? Good luck. You don't want to talk? Fair
They're
enough.
getting ready for the ROC, man.
Yeah, all right. What else we got?
We had a little moment there under commercial. B-Walks went running to the Brad Sweet Spencer Baston camp.
Okay.
Because Buddy Kofoid told him one of the two dropped out. And I asked B-Walks, what happened? He said, Buddy's just being stupid. So that's what happens here when we're not green flag here at the Chili Bowl.
Yep. All right. Well, we're not going to get stuck here. And,
Just go under, Earl.
Yeah,
But we
here,
have to
come
hold
on.
it for
Yeah,
our
here
great
comes our camera
cameraman.
guy playing a little limbo.
Kevin's first time here at the Chili Bowl. He's getting it done.
All right.
Should have stepped over, boys. Should have stepped over.
Why? Why? What's the difference?
All right. Yeah. What is the difference?
Who are we going to stop and talk to?
I
We're
don't
trying
know.
to find. Everyone just
You
kind of
just get your
disappeared.
steps in or what?
Yeah, well, hey.
This is unbelievable. There's Briggs Danner. We already talked to him
Yeah,
enough.
we've talked
so we
to
want
him
to talk to
enough.
him at the end of the night.
Is Bowman over there? Can we chat with Bowman?
Yeah, where's Bowman?
What's he got
Where-
going
Remember,
on?
they've never lost
Go
a
ahead.
party.
Oh, there he is.
Alex.
Bowman's never lost a party in the pit
Alex
area.
just gave us the biggest stink eye ever. So we're on live, by the way.
How's it going?
Pretty good, man. How are you? I mean, you're starting to shape up to have a pretty good qualifying night here with your racing team.
Yeah, I mean, I just ground and cleaned 3 tires, so I'm a little full of rubber at the moment. But yeah, we've been decent. I feel like we've struggled a little more than we normally do yesterday and maybe early today. But Briggs has been doing a great job, and hopefully we've got the race car headed in the right direction.
Clinton says you've never lost a party here at the Chili Bowl. Is that true?
Saturday was pretty good. Last night I was pretty tired. I just went to bed. If we get our picture taken on the front straightaway, tonight will probably be a pretty good time.
I got a question. Have you been to the Hard Rock Casino yet?
No, and the funny thing
I
is,
have, and I'm still down 300.
yeah,
I'm just
like,
saying.
I mean, this is Chili Bowl 10 for ABR, and I ran 2 before that. I've never been there, so I lose money the old-fashioned way. That's going.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Hey, you don't need to lose anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly. I have 4 race cars here. Like I lose plenty.
I can't argue that. Good call. Good
Guys,
call.
ask Alex
Good luck.
real quick.
Well, hold on.
Ask him real quick if there's a difference between the indoor cars and the outdoor cars we'll have to run this year.
Is there a difference between the indoor cars and the outdoor cars? That's from Clinton Boyles.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. There used to be, right? Like Chili Bowl for so long has had almost no rules, like a really thin rule book, and I've seen a lot of innovation inside this building. Now we've got frame rail rules, so you basically have USAC legal frames. I'd be 100 pounds underweight trying to go outdoor racing. Obviously, there's no weight rule here, but you got to do it other ways. You can't do it with the frame anymore. So I'd have to bolt some weight on. I'd probably change some components just for durability to go outdoor racing, but wider wheels is really the biggest like go fast component, and as much cool guy lightweight stuff as you can find.
That's Alex Bowman, guys. Chris Moore, where'd you disappear at, my man? Where are we at here?
I wandered right over here. right across from
Justin Peck. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
come over to you.
Justin was just telling me how big of a Cap Henry fan he is after that qualifier. I thought we were about to throw hands up here, but I guess you got him back, so it was all good.
We weren't about to throw hands, but definitely got doored a little bit. But, you know, it's kind of like I was just saying. I just need to be more aggressive in his midget stuff. Like, I always feel like my car's, I feel like my car's pretty fast. Just, I don't know. He needed to put that car away faster than I did, and it took me till, I don't know, like 2 to go to do it. So, you know, all in all, man, Avanti windows and doors car is fast, man. I'm really comfortable driving this thing, and I think we roll off 9th here, so still got a decent starting spot. 30 laps is a long time, man, especially in here. We'll probably have a handful of yellows, maybe a red or 2. So, just got to stay clean and just make smooth laps and be good laps. I mean, I tried to bottom like 2 or 3 times during that qualifier and messed it up every time. So if we can, when we go down there, if we can hit it right, I think we got a good shot at this.
Did I see the back of your suit right? Is Glenn and Benita on there? Is that Big Spring Car Wash?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Guys, legendary car owners in the Northeast Dirt Modified world, but I guess there's, at least Glenn's a sprint car guy now.
Yeah, I think last year or year before, I think we suckered him into to being a sprint car guy now. But yeah, shout out to Glenn and Benita. I hope they're watching. good friends of mine, man. You know, we're not necessarily working together anymore, but you know, they're still good friends, and I enjoy it when I get to see them and hang out with them. So yeah, shout out to them, and hopefully they see their suit in victory lane tonight.
All right, there you go, Justin Peck. I like Benita a little better than Glenn, though. Benita's more the modified world than Glenn is. But Earl.
I got Anthony Carini over here. Hello, sir.
How are you, Earl?
Pretty good, buddy. What are you drinking?
I'm just drinking water.
Liar. I'm just, okay, I don't. Well, water doesn't have a smell, and that has a smell to it.
No,
so,
it tastes really good.
I'm
Earl,
just
see if
saying
Anthony's been to the Hard Rock this week.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I've been to the Hard Rock this week. Have you hit up the Hard Rock yet?
But I went to River Spirit.
Okay. How'd you do? Yeah. See, I
went to the Hard Rock.
Yeah. Well, no, don't do that because I'm down 300 at the Hard Rock. Yeah. So, what's your favorite table game? Do you play tables?
Oh, I love Pai Gow, but they don't have it in Oklahoma.
They don't.
Earl,
Brother,
what the hell is that? What is Pai Gow?
Chris Moore wants to know what Pai Gow is.
Pai Gow is a 7-card poker game. It's great. If you ever go to Vegas, High Limits in Vegas this year, you guys can come out, and I will teach you all Pai Gow.
So I think we got a road trip planned. I got to see if Dad, Tyler McKim, will let us be a part of that
I
podcast.
guarantee, if I know Tyler McKim, and I do, he will 100% be at every table game.
Get in there more.
Could be.
So
Could be flavored water.
Well,
It's definitely not regular
Listen,
water. I'll
if Tyler
confirm
McKim
that.
runs out of gas tonight getting back to the hotel, I got a feeling we can put that in the gas tank, and that'll get us down the road a little bit.
No, we'll be all right. We'll be all
I
right.
have never saw you smile this much a day in my life, so clearly that is not water.
Oh,
No, I'm
it's
kidding.
water.
They make good flavored water.
Yeah.
Kevin's like, hey, let me
Give me a sip.
flavored water can be good. I don't know.
All right, let's keep it going here. You
I
know we
tried
could go all the way down at the other end of the building.
You found
Guys,
that out?
if there's
found that-
anyone at the Rhineville camp, it's
Yes.
probably going to be a good interview. They rival Bowman's party level pretty hard.
Emerson Axon.
Yeah,
there.
see
Does that
Emerson
count?
here.
His
Work
hair
out.
looks as good as it's going to all week. That's
He's
good.
like, oh no, go ahead, Chris. Have at it.
How's the hairdo coming along?
Great.
No helmet hair today.
Right, I guess. I don't know. I haven't looked in a mirror in a while, so tell me.
It's still not great.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
You're hanging out here at the Rhine Bowl camp. Clinton said that they like to party. Mitchell, is that
Bowles,
true?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Mitchell looks like he was
All
asleep.
business? Did we wake you up?
No, not yet.
All right.
Ask
I
him how
apologize
many-
if we did.
Ask him how many times he's gone duck hunting this year.
Clinton wants to know how many times you've gone. Clinton, wait, is that like since January 1st? Or
No,
like,
this winter, duck
okay.
season.
How many times you been duck hunting this season?
Oh, I don't know. I think we're going tomorrow.
Somewhere around here?
Me and Carrick.
What time?
Hopefully in the morning. I think it's.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's when they fly.
I didn't know. I don't know. You know, I know deer hunting, you got to get up like 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if it's that way for birds.
He's got to beat him there.
Go see if Nick Drake a little farther down has an 805 for you more.
I'm just going
You
to
ever had
say, this
805?
took a really odd turn.
Why?
Right?
What? Yeah, guys, why?
What's wrong?
Oh, this is fantastic.
It's fantastic. It's just not the direction I thought this was.
I want to see if Carter Sarf's over here. I want to learn his fear of hot laps. If you saw on Twitter his interaction, is
That's
Carter
a
here?
universal fear
Is he
amongst
sleeping?
all drivers.
Yes.
Where's that Cruz?
Do we
Is that
know?
Cruz up there sleeping?
Oh, if he is,
Oh,
go
yeah.
wake him up.
Oh, we're
No, he's on his
no,
phone.
he's on his phone.
Yeah. Get
Brent,
in there, Kevin. Yeah.
Wake up! Come over here. We already talked to you once, but we'll talk to you again. What the hell? What are you doing in there? Watch. What are you? It's the
Are you
chili bowl
cold?
night one. What are you doing? Cold?
What is
Watching
this?
your phone? What are you doing?
Got nothing to do. I was in a C main.
Well, what'd you do that for?
Yeah.
What's with this?
Yeah, I know. It's not that cold.
My
Yeah,
ears
it's very warm up here, and we're sweating, but we're running around. You're just lounging around. So
We're also
what-
fat, Earl.
Well, we are, but I didn't want to say that. Anyway, what's this?
Is he hiding his Emerson
Did your
Axon
mom
hair?
make this for you?
Yeah.
I got it for Christmas. I got a support.
From who?
Your hair's
Santa
better
Claus?
than Emerson Axum still, so that's good.
Yeah, Santa got it for me.
No matter what, you have better hair than what Blake Anderson does today after his haircut.
Thank you. That's a plus.
All right, we'll let you
What's
get
your
back to
favorite kind of soup?
Chili bowl soup.
I knew it.
Good
there
answer.
it is.
Good
There's the
answer, Brett Cruz.
No Carter Sarf. I really wanted to find out.
You guys should have gone to 805 at Nick Drake's trailer to your left. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going?
Yep. Keep going.
Keep going to your left.
Keep going.
You're
Or
close
just keep
to
digging.
Corey Cruzman. That'd be a heck of an interview too.
Where is Corey, by the way?
I don't-
Earl, you're from. Do you even know what Corey looks like? You're from Pennsylvania.
Yes, I know what Corey Cruzman looks like. I don't see him around
Yeah, I don't
here.
see.
We got one more. Got time for one more interview, Chris. So let's
That's
see
what
what
they
we got
say.
here.
All right,
Well, we
pick a
have to
good one,
find somebody.
guys.
You guys are-
Dad told us that we got time for one more interview.
That's no fun.
Pick the best interview.
Who would that be?
You're about to the back row here.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we are my man from Georgetown Speedway.
Isn't there chocolate cake back here somewhere?
What?
Chocolate cake. Someone told me there is some really good chocolate cake to be eaten back here, and I think it's infused with something.
With what was in
Yeah,
your man's
with
drink?
Karini's drink, and I gotta find it off
Packages
air,
of
of course.
house cake.
Off air. Where's Mike? Oh, Mike Hess ain't nowhere to be found. Shocker.
Right. Naturally, when we do our pit walk, there's nobody around.
So,
All right.
So, hey, we had fun. Hope you fans at home had fun. We're going to be doing pit walks all week long here at the Chili Bowl. And Chris, it's just nothing but fun here.
Well, that was okay. We could have done better, but ROC kind of killed us.
Go Birds.
Go Birds!
Guys, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, fans, more racing action here on Flow Racing.
Race of Champions time here at the Chili Bowl Nationals, the Monday night edition of the 39th annual Chili Bowl Nationals, powered by NOS Energy Drink here on FloRacing. Glad to have you guys in with us. Caleb Hart, Chris Wilner, Clinton Boyles in the booth, getting ready to hand out the hardware, a little cash, and provisional on the line into the main event, should they not make it by normal means. On the line for the O'Reilly Invitational Race of Champions, due out next. 25 laps around and a loaded lineup, the best of the best. If you got an accolade to your name, you're pretty well in this race, depending on where that accolade comes from. Is Chris looking at this lineup, the front, every row is loaded, but the way this sequence is out, it's going to be a ton of fun.
Absolutely. 25 laps with the best drivers in the world, led off by Christopher Bell, 3-time Chili Bowl champion, and Logan Seavey, the 2-time and defending Chili Bowl champ, on the front row. Dason Persley, last year's hard charger, USAC National Midget Champion this year, inside of row number 2 with Tanner Thorson, 2022 champ, on his outside. Corey Day, Cannon McIntosh in row 3, Kyle Larson and Brad Sweet, relatives, also co-owners of High Limit, on row 4. Buddy Kofoid and Justin Grant in row 5, Spencer Baston and Sunshine Tyler Courtney in row number 6. Brady Bacon will lead off the inside of row number 7, who's outside Cody Swanson. And then it's Ricky Thornton Jr. and Ryan Timms coming from row 8. 5-time Sammy Swindell and Tanner Carrick in row 9, with Kaylee Bryson bringing up the rear. It is a who's who. The O'Reilly Invitational Race of Champions, 25 laps, as we mentioned, on a freshly reworked racetrack. And Clinton Boyles, a good early look at some of the heavy hitters we'll see for the rest of the week. But benefits if you're a Cannon McIntosh or a Kyle Larson, who is running tonight as well, extra time on the racetrack too.
I think for Kyle, absolutely. He's in the same race cars that he runs, tonight on his prelim portion of the show. So yeah, this is a great test and tune, probably a similar track work that we're going to see for the feature coming up here in just a little while. So whatever he can learn here, which being Kyle Larson is a lot, he can apply and communicate to Paul Silva, who is very good at his job, and they can make the best effort that they have at going out and locking in and winning this prelim A main later on tonight. But it all starts right now, and the flip side of that is Kyle has to be very cautious throughout this race. And Cannon McIntosh does not. He has 2 separate cars. He can sell out to win this thing. Anything he wants, it'll all be okay. So, a couple different approaches at how you run this, and I can appreciate someone that's willing to risk their race car for the race of champions, as like Kyle is tonight, when it really can come back to bite you with one mistake, and doesn't even have to be your own doing.
Let me throw a third angle at this here, because both Kyle and Cannon are going to be mired in traffic, right? They're going to be running up amongst guys. Tanner Carrick is also in the same main event. He's got outside row number 1 coming up for RA feature. That's a great place to experiment where he is in this field.
Yeah.
Right? If he's anticipating getting to run in mostly non-traffic situations in the early portion, he can let that field go on lap number 1 and test for 10 laps.
Yep, absolutely.
So just another angle for us to keep an eye on as we go through this. Bell and Seavey up front, and I think this is going to be a real standard setter. Last year, Seavey comes out, wins the Race of Champions, wins his preliminary night. He's undefeated for the entire week. He could really put his foot down right now with the returning Christopher Bell and make a statement here in this ROC.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a big year. Obviously, year 1 of winning the Chili Bowl for Logan and Kevin Swindell and Jordan, that whole group is something they'll never forget. Year 2 is absolutely phenomenal, but to have Christopher back, to have Kyle back, I mean, this is the year that you showcase, okay, like, is this a dynasty that's in the works here with Logan? And it's weird, because we talked about it before we got on the air. This place builds runs.
Yes.
Seems like you win 1, you win at least 2 or 3. And this is the year that can, Logan Seavey go 3 in a row and be in that upper echelon like a Christopher Bell or a Kevin Swindell.
Well, we're going to find out what it looks like. A preview of a little bit later on in the week. Christopher Bell and Logan Seavey making up the front row of the Race of Champions, 25 laps. The ROC begins where green is quickly down to the bottom. Goes Seavey chasing Bell out of turn number 2. McIntosh up on the high side, working his way up and around early. It is Bell, Seavey, Pursley in the third spot, making Thorson and Pursley duking it out for position 3 after lap 1.
Tanner Thorson, your quick time winner in qualifying for the Race of Champions. First car, the outside groove in his own stuff. Car number 88 starting to get the top side wound in. He's got Cannon McIntosh in tow, but that's Corey Day to the inside of Cannon McIntosh. But up ahead, here comes Dason Pursley looking to track down Logan Seavey. But here comes Tanner Thorson back to the bottom.
Thorson dives low, looking underneath Pursley in the bottom of turn number 2. As Pursley trying to find momentum up around the high side to chase down Logan Seavey. Seavey hiccups off the bottom. There's the big move from Pursley for second, and Thorson followed him through.
How about that move? Tanner Thorson read that like a book and now is able to capitalize, getting around Pursley and Seavey. 3 wide down the front straightaway. Logan Seavey's going to throw his hat back in the ring and cross over Tanner Thorson. Contact off 2.
Got way too wide off the corner. Might cede another position to Corey Day as the defending Race of Champions champion in Logan Seavey. Backing it up early here in this one as everybody trying to run down Christopher Bell, and Bell trying to leave him in the early stages.
They're 3 wide in the center of the corner. You got Kyle Larson in the middle between Cannon McIntosh, Corey Day. Corey Day is able to get away from those two. And then here comes into the picture is that Justin Grant trying to make some moves. Here in the 87 for Chad Boat from deep in this field.
Guys, the bottom of the racetrack is still really good. I feel like all 2 weeks ago in the shootout and early today, the bottom has gone away extremely fast. And right now, your leader, Christopher Bell, is still just rolling the bottom, and anyone that running the bottom seems to be going forward.
Battle for second here, a little ways back from race leader Christopher Bell. Dason Pursley ripping the top, Tanner Thorson on the bottom. But again, about a half straightaway back. Then they're side by side, even deeper with Seavey and McIntosh going after for fourth. And then even deeper is this battle between Larson, Grant, and Corey Day on the bottom.
We're 10 laps into this, 15 to go, so 40% of the race is in the books already as you're watching a battle for about 7th and 8th. Flash forward now to where Seavey is running now inside the top 5 once again as he dukes it out with McIntosh.
McIntosh back to the bottom, this time in 3 and 4 as they continue to switch lanes lap after lap. Now everybody around the top in 1 and 2. Seavey leading the train there in that 5th position's got Grant, Corey Day, and now Corey Day's battling Californian Kyle Larson. They're on the bottom.
Justin Grant really been kind of moving his way steadily up and through this field. One of the guys you're saying making gains out in front of this. As here comes your race leader, Christopher Bell, dealing with his first bit of traffic. That's Cody Swanson in the Ford car. Directly ahead of him, Bell has to get off the bottom and to the top. And we'll see how the Ream-sponsored 71 car does with the line change.
Just trying to look for a lane because Kaylee Bryson's got the top lane plugged up. Cody Swanson on the bottom. Meanwhile, Larson, here goes Buddy Kofoid around Kyle Larson. So Larson going backwards now, falling back in the 9th spot.
Kofoid off the cushion in turn number 2, gets to the bottom to close the door on Larson through the corner. Larson really good though, steps back underneath him, coming off the low side of that corner, reclaims 8th for the time being, racing directly ahead of him, Corey Day and Logan Seavey. That's for 6th and 7th on this field. Yellow lights blink on.
And that's Brad Sweet coming to a stop in turn number 2. Christopher Bell got lucky, got through that lap traffic because Dason Pursley closed in a hurry, but then Pursley got stuck behind the lap cars of Cody Swanson, Kaylee Bryson, and RTJ.
Sweet was running about 12th on the field at the time. He was racing in and around a group with Spencer Baston, Tyler Courtney, Ryan Timms, Tanner Carrick. So,
but lap traffic certainly began to be a factor for Christopher Bell as that gap shrunk. It was over 2 seconds. It was down to a 1.5 seconds, or it was down actually to a second, then grew a little bit once he got through the lap traffic. But he'll have clean racetrack. But now Dason Pursley right on his back bumper. Tanner Thorson as well, with 8 laps to go.
Yeah, guys, Tanner Carrick just went up the ramp. Calling it good.
I don't think that's shocking.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like, that's 17 laps of a test, so that's pretty darn good for him.
He made a couple passes there, got up to about the 16th or 15th spot, and actually wound up 14th before pulling off, but you're right.
I'm wondering if Kyle doesn't pull off at some point in time. Another couple of laps, maybe ripping the top and call her good.
Yeah, he's...
It could be rare to see Kyle back out of a fight.
Yeah. He's gone backwards, though. Kyle has.
I think the biggest thing we've seen so far is we have 8 laps to go, and the bottom is still plenty fast enough to compete with the top side of the racetrack. And this is the first time we've seen the Expo be dirty.
Yeah,
that,
Clint Boyles, I was just going to stick with you on that subject. I'm actually sitting on the outside of turn 3 and 4 here in the grandstand, and I'm just kind of shocked to see how well this bottom is really sticking around here for this long race. Is this maybe something that we can anticipate for the upcoming A main?
Yeah, it certainly can be. If you get the moisture down there, it's you know, the more you apply, the harder it is to get out of it. But this is the first time we've seen like dust on the Expo Raceway, you know, over the course of the 2025 season here, and I think that's making the top tricky to run. And just when it's dirty and kind of dusty like that, struggle to make grip. And so, yeah, it's super interesting to see how the track's played out. And I think all the guys that are going to race in these B mains and A mains coming up after this need to be watching and taking good notes, because I don't know any reason you wouldn't see the same thing again.
8 laps to go. Christopher Bell, Dason Pursley, Tanner Thorson, Cannon McIntosh, Justin Grant, Logan Seavey, Corey Day, Kyle Larson, Buddy Kofoid, Sunshine, Tyler Courtney, your top 10, as it'll be Bell leading them to green. Start again for Christopher Bell, who'll go to the top of 1 and 2. Pursley trying to stick with him, 4 car lengths back at the exit of the corner.
Yeah, I'd be really curious to see. This is a critical couple of laps for Dason Pursley to not let Christopher Bell. He's going to have a shot, run away with it. Pursley committing to the top side there again in 1 and 2. How about Justin Grant from 10, challenging Cannon McIntosh for 4th, had to back out of it. Here comes Corey Day as well, and that Willie Kane, number 41.
Chance to mention, all these drivers had a chance to work on their cockpit adjustments, shocks, and whatever they've got in the compartment, trying to make their cars better. 3 wide down the back straightaway, as it looks like Kofoid got squeezed up a bit.
Big moment there for Corey Day, and Buddy Kofoid, the big loser in that situation, loses 3 spots as Kyle Larson and Corey Day getting rowdy on the bottom.
It's back up around, but the caution flag waves once again with 5 laps to go, and it's for Brad Sweet. Almost deja vu in the same spot of the racetrack.
Working in about 14th position at the time.
It's been a rough outing for Brad Sweet today. Race of Champions qualifying and hot lap. Missed hot laps, couldn't get the car to fire. Changed a battery, got out there. Qualifying didn't go well, and now for a second time has come to a stop.
So we'll have 5 to go when we get back after it. Bell, half a second lead over Pursley. Certainly wasn't as dominant as it looked before, but another chance for these guys to work on the race car once again. Twist on the cockpit adjustments as we've got one up the ramp. Sweet leaving the racetrack. Palmer good.
Logan Seavey's here in the work area. He's heading up the ramp as well, guys.
All right, thank you, Chris. So Logan pulled off the racetrack.
Good chance for these guys under yellow to go ahead and twist on some knobs and work on a few things and see what they can, you know, do or learn. If you're sitting in the 7th, 8th, 9th spot, no chance or no reason to not, you know, move some things around and see the feel difference it makes.
Back to the green flag we go with 5 laps to go. Christopher Bell, Dason Pursley, Tanner Thorson, and here goes Tanner to the bottom of the racetrack. Pursley following Bell around the outside. Top 3 on your screen as Pursley trying to keep tabs with Christopher Bell. 4 to go.
Pursley's sticking around, having to deal now. Cannon McIntosh making a move to the inside of Tanner Thorson, looking for a top 3 here in this Race of Champions.
Bell just so straight off the corner. Pursley had it a little bit sideways with the back end hanging out, but Pursley now starting to close in into 1 and 2. Here comes Justin Grant now on your screen. Grant from 10th to 5th, looking for 4th on Cannon McIntosh. He's got it, at least for now, with 2 to go.
This has got to be a big win for Justin Grant here in this Race of Champions. A lot of confidence to be gained from him in his performance as you watch Larson come into the white flag one more time. This has been the Christopher Bell Show, picking off where he left off a week ago.
Has virtually been untouched all 25 laps for the final time. Christopher Bell in his return to Keith Kunz Motorsports wins your 2025 O'Reilly Invitational Race of Champions. Dason Pursley, Tanner Thorson, Justin Grant, Cannon McIntosh, your top 5 finishers, but Seabell starting his Chili Bowl in Victory Lane here on Monday night in the Race of Champions.
Buddy Kofoid, Kyle Larson, Corey Day, Spencer Baston, Sunshine round out your top 10 here in this. Again, you look at it, Grant 10 to 4. That's a major, major win, not just for Justin, but for CB Industries. On top of putting Pursley in the 2nd spot, but it is Christopher Bell who comes out and goes unchallenged 25 times around. All right, guys. So, how'd the Dirt Draft Race of Champions version end
Boy.
up?
Chris Wilner was impressive in his. I'll let you know right now.
All right,
that was
let's
incredible.
see. Let's see.
He ran 1,222nd.
Yep.
As
Well,
he-
I had CV pull off. I had
don't-
Brad Sweet break twice. Persley's the only driver that gave me some points.
Sammy and Brady towards the back end.
Yeah.
I ran 4th.
I went all in on the Race of
right.
Champions.
All right.
I'm going to redeem myself with my Monday night.
Well, if you pick Christopher Bell, you're off to a good start. Bell out of the car, and he will take the victory. And as soon as we get the word, let's kick things down to the house for our winner's interview for the O'Reilly Invitational Race of Champions.
So, Scotty, he's got the helmet off, and I asked him earlier during the press conference, now that he's off the chain, does he feel a sense of freedom? And he said, exactly that. And you can see it here tonight.
No doubt about it, and I'm just going to reiterate his words on behalf of all the race fans. Thank you, Joe Gibbs. Buddy, hell of a job. You just stunk the joint up, uncontested from the pole. Outside of gratitude for Joe Gibbs, I think a little bit of gratitude to Tanner Thorson for drawing that 4 and getting you up on the point.
Yeah, thank you, Tanner. That was friendly of you. But I freaking love this place, man. It is the greatest, and I'm just glad I get to be here with all you great race fans. This is just so much fun. So much fun to be able to come back and run these dirt cars. I can't thank Pete Willoughby, Keith Coons, and Bo. Thank you, buddy. You've done an amazing job getting me comfortable. It's taken me a little bit to get my midget shoes underneath me, but I'm really glad that I had that race to try and help better myself for Thursday.
I think that's 3 A-main wins now and 3 tries. How about that? Since I've known you as a youngster, growing up in this building as Larson and many others did, I don't know, since the shackles have come off and you're able to do what you passionately love, that I've ever seen you this happy.
Life's good, that's for sure.
No doubt. So it looks like you might have a little something come Saturday night, because that thing worked very well on the bottom, and then when you got to the traffic, you worked very well up top as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've been down this road many of times now, and I was looking at stats. I don't think that the Race of Champions winner has ever won the Chili Bowl on Saturday night. So I'm pretty sure that's true. But regardless, I haven't done it. And I've been in this position many of times where I've run really well early in the week on Thursday, my prelim, Race of Champions. So the track is always different whenever it comes Saturday night, A-main time. And it's a great start for sure. But I'm going to have to be on my game and do everything right in order to win this race on Saturday.
Heck of an effort, bud. A lot of people will be following you this week, and we're quite proud of your efforts. So many people glad to have you back in competition in this building, let alone here, but all over the country. We'll be able to have fun watching you this year.
Yeah, I love you guys. So glad to be back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time out of Norman, Oklahoma, Christopher Bell, your winner for your O'Reilly Auto Parts Race of Champions. And we'd like to welcome Kendra and Jenna with Hard Rock Casino, and they will present the trophy to Christopher Bell. And momentarily, we can have the crew come up. And with that, guys, that wraps up your Race of Champions. Good stuff. And Locust Grove, Oklahoma's Dason Persley, you were able to start reeling him in, and then about the time you started reeling him in, he got a gaggle of lap cars between you and he before that caution flag waved.
Yeah, he got to the lap cars very good, like he always does. So, when we get to lap traffic, you can either catch him or he's going to put a lot of lap cars in between you, and sure enough, that's what he did. So, CB Industries, Chad Boat and all of them gave me a good car, Pristine Auction, Toyota Racing, NOS Energy Drink. It's been good so far. I can't complain at all. We had a little scary moment there in hot laps biking up, but nonetheless, we were able to tame it down, and I felt like I just kind of messed up those last handful of laps of running the cushion harder and trying to keep up. So just try to get a little bit better and see everyone on Wednesday.
At the end of the day, you know full well when it comes time to come down the bottom of the ramp for your qualifying night, you're going to have a good piece to work with.
Yeah, that's all the feel like the Race Champions is just building a notebook and getting your confidence up, and sure enough, we did that. So just looking forward for the rest of the week and see if we can get this hot rod a little bit better.
A lot of hometown fans pulling for you, buddy. Good to see you. Best of luck this week.
Yep, thank you, guys.
Locust Grove, Oklahoma's Dason Persley, your runner-up. And this cat, you pulled the Plinko chip that put you back in 4. You got to the podium. I told Chris that outside of thanking Joe Gibbs, he needs to thank you for pulling that Blanco chip.
Yeah, he better thank me. No, good job to him and Bo and the team. They've, they do a really good job, obviously, and they're class act and the best team in the building. So, we got some work to do. Like I said earlier, we're all right. We're just not great. So, keep on working here and go into Thursday night and see if we can knock him off the top step.
All right, buddy. Thanks for visiting with us. Hell of an effort. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tanner Thorson rounds out your podium, and Christopher Bell, your O'Reilly Auto Parts Race of Champs. You got a nice ring to it, don't it, bud? How about that, race fans? One more time, give Christopher Bell, Tanner Thorson, and Dason Pursley a big round of applause. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you very much. Rundown.
All right, so well done, Christopher Bell, Dason Pursley, and Tanner Thorson, and definitely 3 different points of view on how the whole thing went down. We got your race recap coming up here. Let's watch how the whole thing went down. And guys, from the very beginning, this appeared to be the Christopher Bell show once again.
Yeah, and you heard it from Dason Pursley. It's like it came down to that lap traffic stint before the caution, and Christopher Bell just handled it great. But there were battles all over the place, though. Before he pulled out, Logan Seavey in the thick of things as well. You watched Corey Day banging wheels with Justin Grant, and Kyle Larson was in the mix as well, but kind of fell back near the end. But got a little bit of a preview of kind of what we may see come Saturday night.
Great illustration right there of how dirty the racetrack got from Clinton's point of view. Is a lot of debris just kicking around in and through the racing lines. It cleaned up a little bit as it got long, but side-by-side action all over this field, and especially from about 5th through 10th all race long. Is here in a later race restart. Pursley trying to track down Bell, but Christopher just all kinds of strong.
Justin Grant, though, was probably the most aggressive I saw late in the race, just throwing absolute bombs on Cannon McIntosh, as you saw there, also working his way past Buddy Kofoid earlier in the race. But nobody could touch Christopher Bell, Norman, Oklahoma driver, winning today's Race of Champions, and a good preview of what kind of race car he'll have come Thursday night. But you know what? Tanner Thorson made a good point. I think you kind of size up your competition tonight, and certainly he's going to have a little chip on his shoulder come Thursday to knock him off on the prelim podium.
Yeah, I think you go back to your pit area and, you go to work, you write down, what you did the race car, what you felt, and how you think you make it better. And there's certainly probably, 18 guys doing that right now. So only one, Christopher Bell, is probably pretty happy with what he had.
Sure.
So anyone else isn't happy or knows that they can be a little bit better, and they're going to try to find that, and that's what makes Saturday even tougher.
In your update for the Dirt Draft standings, the Race of Champions, congratulations, Clinton Boyles, tying for the win.
Thank
with
you.
like 4 or 5 other people who picked the same Dirt Draft. That's cool. And congratulations, Chris Wilner, in
did finish dead last, but
statistically having about the most room to improve of anybody in the country.
You're going to go back to write down your notes and
Yep, I'm headed back up to the pit area and going to really, really have to throw the kitchen sink at it. But the good news is I feel a lot more confident with my Monday night Dirt Draft than I did with the Race of Champions. I spent all my money on Logan Seavey, and he ended up pulling off the racetrack in 6th.
That does not help
Well,
you out.
No.
Good news, you've got a real building opportunity for the 2026 Race of Champions.
You're right.
You'll get another try at it in a year.
Yep, absolutely. It's all right.
So that's all done. B mains are coming up next here in the building on our 39th annual Chili Bowl Nationals coverage here. The Monday night show, powered by NOS Energy Drink. It is Second Opinion Auto Center night within the building, and just 3 races left, including our first of 2 B mains rolling down the NOS Energy Drink ramp cam as we speak. It is got all kinds of fun stories in and through there. The finishers in this B main will start in positions 17, 19,